I mean, you said consistent. My shot's not falling, but I still feel good. I'm going out there, trying to play hard with a lot of energy and just keep my rhythm. So I think the biggest thing we just continue to play together. Today we didn't knock down open shots. That was our biggest thing, and they had a lot of offensive rebounds. But I think we're still playing well on the right track, and we can win these next 3 or 4 games, whatever we got.
Does it feel like you and George kind of have a connection out there? There in the middle of the game, you two were back cutting and finding one another.
Yeah, he's a smart guy, smart player. His basketball IQ is really high. So I think that we kind of think alike with those back cuts and just connected well on that. So I like playing with him, and when he gets it, he swings it, and he's good at playing in the second action. And like I said, his basketball IQ is high.
Does he make it easy to play with?
Yeah, I'm a guy who plays within the system, and he understands that system, when to cut, when to come off, when to hand off, set the screen. So and it's easier, when you got a guy who can pop out and knock down some shots too, who's been shooting it well.
You mentioned last week the ability of whether or not you can play defense a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
How much of that been a focus this year compared to maybe where you were last year with the Hawks?
Yeah, a lot. I think that I'm always been the type of guy who can play both sides of the court. But I think that that's been a big key of what the coaches are looking at and expect out of me. But I think even more important is that I'm just being aggressive, staying aggressive, offensively and defensively. Even though some of my shots haven't been going in, especially from 3. I've been shooting it so well, but I know they're gonna fall. We put in the work, put in the hard work, so I'm not worried about that.
And somebody who's kind of been through this, does it get a little bit easier when you kind of know what to expect?
It does. I think going through a summer league, or 2, really helps. Especially calm your nerves when you come in as a rookie. Like George, I just try to tell him, just play your game. And he's done a great job of just staying aggressive. And it gets easier. You start to learn the game, things start to slow down. Coming out here, I know my rookie year, coming in summer league, everything seemed like the pace was so much faster. So.
Joe and Tim really seemed like they were being aggressive and trying to find you guys. Is it easier when the guards are as aggressive as those guys are?
Yeah, I know Coach Bano, he's preaching, get to the middle. And Joe and Nate, they're doing a good job of getting to the middle and dishing and finding guys. And we just got to knock down open shots. I think we'll be all right. Those shots will fall, when we play Tuesday, I think.
Coach Bano clearly has the biggest voice out there. You hearing him in your sleep or anything?
Yeah. He's always talking about, get middle, or, whenever I get the ball, he's like, get your shoulder low, get into him. So he's in practice throwing around those pads, and he's an intense guy. So I like him, and, I think he'll be a big help to not only the young guys, but the vets too. He knows the game really well.
Do you think you've become a better facilitator, a better guy that sees the floor more so than maybe 2 years ago?
Yeah. Biggest thing for me, I've been working on my pick and roll. So coming off that pick and roll, if the defense is in, I've learned to kick that or find that open man on the weak side, if not hit the big. So, I think that, my IQ, just knowing the game has grown, within the system, and I'm always watching film and trying to get better. I mean, the biggest thing for me, man, and I tell people all the time, like, I was never given the opportunity to come off some ball screens or, do different things within my game. I like to say I'm try to be a complete player as much as possible, but this is the first time I'm learning things and going through things, and I think that's a big reason why Summer League is big for me, just because Michigan, they stuck me at the 4 and was like, go battle down there and do something, knock down open shots, but now being that wing, I can be more aggressive and, play my game, get some ISO plays and, work within the system. So I think that, I'm really growing as a player and having to learn really quick, so I think that's good for me.